I just ordered a few days ago. I have no idea what it actually costs. But anyway, yeah, good on me, apparently. Weather is... I might be riding home in the snow. I wanted to do a couple of things, a little bit of a review, a couple of items to help keep the cold out. Also, I don't know, kind of talk about myself a little bit. You know, anybody who ends up watching this stuff might want to know a little bit about me. Clearly, there's not a big, you know, clamoring to know who I am or anything. Answer the question nobody's asking. First things first, I have some glove liners. So far, so they're working great, actually. If anything, my hands are getting a little hot. It is actually starting to snow a little bit. I'll just hope that it doesn't really stick. They do cut off a little bit of feel as far as the clutch, brake, throttle, that kind of thing goes. Nothing too distracting. If you wear thicker gloves than what I wear, then you're probably already used to it. One thing I like about them is they kind of go up like mid forearm a bit, and with the jacket and everything, it kind of makes this little wind barrier, which is kind of nice. Aside from that, I have this quite fetching Balaclava, whatever, a ninja mask. It's kind of made out of the same material as the gloves, and it doesn't seem like much. It's really thin. It fits relatively snug. It is actually doing a pretty good job blocking the wind. It goes down into my jacket, which is nice. It's a nice little wind block on my neck and everything too. Nothing is paid, no paid advertisements, nothing like that. I live in Colorado. As you can see, the weather can turn bad, you know, in an instant, and I really love riding. So I just bought these things hoping they would help. There'll be a link down in the description. I think the gloves are like, you know, $20-something. The Balaclava is about 25, something like that. It was snowing a minute ago. I'm actually doing pretty good. All in, good $40 to $50, $60, whatever I spent. Just kind of wanted to, I guess, talk about myself a little bit. Shoot, I don't even know what to say. It seems so much easier in my head. Okay, so I guess I'll start with that. I've lived basically my entire life, and I pretty well, of course, I've lived my entire life. How stupid is that? I think all of us would find that we've done that. I've always been rather guarded. Keep things close to the chest, I guess. You know, I've kind of realized lately in doing that, living life through the filter almost, of letting people see what we want to see. Stay. Nobody else really gets a chance to grow from it or learn from like experiences. If I hold all of my failures and I don't talk about them, I don't let anybody else know about them, it kind of gives an ideal almost that other people might be tempted to live up to, and it just doesn't exist. If anybody were to look at my life, I would want them to see, you know, the truth and honesty and things that I've made mistakes on and how I got to where I am, and that things just don't happen overnight. Yeah, that is legit snowing. Adventure. What was I talking about? Is that pond actually icing up? That looks like, is it icing up? Over the course of my life, I mean, I've made a lot of bad decisions. I'll put it that way. A couple of years ago, now I've been sober for a few years now, but I was a pretty bad alcoholic, like a functioning alcoholic. A lot of times it was jobs and dissatisfaction with those jobs and different things that were going on as far as that goes. Okay, that's weird. Who's he after? Is the cop after me? I don't know what I could be doing. Oh, it's like my old one. So yeah, there's different things like that, and just complete dissatisfaction. I would drink a lot. I say functioning alcoholic because I would, you know, I'd get off work at 10, 11 o'clock at night, drink a 12-pack, and go to sleep and get back up at 6 a.m. to be back at work. I would drink over a gallon of beer a day, every day, more on days off. And I was just trying to escape, and that's the truth of it. And I'm hoping somehow deep down I can help somebody else not make the decisions I've made. not make the mistakes I've made. I spent a few years that I genuinely don't remember. Anybody who ends up watching this channel, I'll tell you right now that I do believe in Jesus, I do believe in God, and I do my best to follow, you know, what the Bible says. And before any of you just shut this off right now, give me 1 second and say, I'm not a church person. I go to church. I actually am involved in a church, but I believe very simply, I do believe in the Bible. I believe the Bible, you know, I believe everything that's in the Bible. I also believe that people have taken a lot of it completely out of context and bent things around to try to create and propagate and fulfill their own agendas. So anybody who has stuck around through this, if you don't believe in that, that's between you and God, and that's one of the things I believe. Like, the Bible tells me to live at peace with everybody and to love everybody and do what I can to, you know, help others. And so that's what I'm going to do. If you don't believe in God, you're an atheist, you're agnostic, you have another religion. In my opinion, that's between you and God. All I can do is treat everybody with respect, love them, help them the best I can, and try to live at peace with everybody. I'm going to tell you, like, I do truly believe that it was God that pulled me out of my alcoholism, and that's where I was going. As I was an alcoholic and everything, and things got to a point where I couldn't even look at myself anymore. Stay. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you for not hitting me. They have no idea why I'm waving. Like, I would look in the mirror and I would catch a glimpse of my own eyes, and I would look down in shame because I couldn't deal with what I'd become. I can look back retrospectively now, and I can see where I was using it as a coping mechanism to hide from, you know, the reality that I had built around me. And the truth is like, you know, I made the decisions that I made. I brought the reality that I was living in on myself. You know, I did a lot of stupid things. I'm lucky to be alive. I'm blessed to be alive. It is really actually snowing, and it's going to be a few hours before I'm heading back home. Right. And I'm hoping that, you know, this will help other people who might be trying to cope and maybe not realize it. I actually didn't realize that I had a problem until my wife and I had actually gone to go to the Denver Auto Show, and I absolutely refused to go to a restaurant or anywhere that did not serve alcohol. And so that's kind of when I realized I had a problem. I'm sharing this for a couple of reasons. One, it's an outlet for me. I feel like I need to get this off my chest. It's something that I talk about to people who know me. It's something that in a way I've also hidden. I'm a couple of years sober now. I've got no intentions of going back. I know my wife was praying for me a lot. I know other people were too. Like, God brought me out of it. I mean, if you ask me what I believe, if you want to talk about something, if you have questions, I mean, honestly, send me a message, shoot me something on Facebook. Don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. That would be a bad thing. Shoot me a message on Facebook. It's linked in my profile or whatever. Leave a comment. A couple things I will say. A, I don't know all the answers by any means. I do not have them. So if anybody's looking for a great, like, you know, Bible guru, I'm not that. And two, the one thing I would tell anybody, I mean, whether you agree with me, disagree with me, whatever, read it for yourself. Pray. Don't pray assuming you're already right. And that goes for people who agree with me, and that goes for myself. I don't look at it as though I'm already right. That's how Christianity got screwed up in the first place. People taking, you know, something that was there and trying to make it what they wanted it to be. And that's why I would say, don't listen to me, to be completely honest. Don't take what I say at face value. You know, there's plenty of other ideas and things out there. Mine may not be right, yours may not be right. The biggest thing is sort it out for yourself, and don't assume that you're right just because you want to be. Sorry, this is a little bit of like kind of a downer thing, I guess. It's not really meant to be. Oh, it's a dog. You know, you might actually be thinking that there's no escape. I don't know. Like, I don't know who's going to watch this. I don't know what people are going to see. I don't know what state of mind you might be in. I don't know what you've been through, what friends or family are going through. I don't know any of that. I don't know. But I will say, you know, if there are drugs, alcohol, anything like that, you're using it as a coping mechanism, it doesn't work. Whatever it is you're trying to cope with, whatever it is you're trying to deal with, whatever it is you're trying to run from, it is still there when you wake up. It does not go away. No amount of anything can make it go away. The only thing that changes is how you feel about yourself when you wake up the next day. And it's usually worse. Please don't take this as I'm telling anybody what to do, how to live, anything like that. I'm not. I'm speaking purely from experience of what's gone on in my life, how my life has changed, that things are better on the other side. Things have changed very positively in my life just over the last couple of years, drastically. Hoping this will reach somebody who maybe needs it. I've been there, I've been through it. I've lost friends and family and stuff that I was very close with because of decisions that I've made, and thankfully, like, things are getting better now. I know what it's like to hide things and try to cope and deal with different situations and stuff that you don't necessarily see a way out of, and sometimes you're in it and you don't even see that there's a problem. That is a nasty pothole. So I just want anybody out there who may hear this to know that there's hope. I'm going to leave this at that for now. Cut.